Here's my circa 1913 Eck Oscillator. Eck always called their fans the Hurricane, I guess alluding to the fact that they move a lot of air, but I'm not really sure they move any more air than any other early fan. Eck was actually Charles Eck, the founder of the Eck Hurricane oscillating fan, made by Eck Dynamo and Motor Company of New Jersey. Charles Eck patented the first mechanical oscillator, at least the first commercially successful one, in 1903, right after patenting the lollipop oscillator, which R&M bought patents for and started making in the following year. Originally, Eck only made DC fans. This was Eck's first in-house AC motor. In 1910, they bought GE motors, the big motor yoke motors, and used those for 3 years before starting with these big cast ones in 1913. GE stopped making the BMY altogether, so their hand was sort of forced. We affectionately in the collecting community call these the Sidegear oscillator, and you'll see why. This is what makes these Sidegear fans and Eck fans in general so unique. Operates off of a worm gear through here, driven by, as the part of the motor that comes down, and turns this gear, and we have a larger one here where you can control the range of oscillation with this pin. And then the arm comes down through here, and then the fan goes back and forth on this bar. You have 5 settings on it. It's really quite a complex design that Eck came out with in 1903, and would make all the way into the early 1920s, which you can imagine was a very unique design. And in fact, even by 1913, this was a little strange. But Eck fans in general, with their very strange motor shape, this big badge, they're somewhat unusual fans. This one needs a little bit of fiber washers, a little bit gummed up. But we have it on the max oscillation setting. And she'll start right up. This is the high speed. And you can see this mechanism in motion here. See that bar kind of comes in and out. Very strange. Medium speed. All these Eck fans are just odd, but the oscillators are really the ones that shine. They also had something called the Ming blade, which was 2 blades on one plane and another set in front. The 12-inch had a very strange teardrop-shaped blade. Looked a little bit like the Emerson Bullwinkle blade, but it was truly its own thing entirely. In 1917, or 18 probably, they started using a steel cage. Or I guess in 20, my bad, 20 they used a steel cage, and in 17 they introduced the Ming blade, before they were using this pizza. And the low speed's very slow. A lot of other Ecks are like this too. It's a very sweet running fan. Ecks are weird like this. We'll put it back at the high speed. Definitely need some fiber washers, but overall it's a pretty neat fan. Original brass, beautiful original paint. Shut it off here. Give a close up of the tag. You can tell it's somewhat on the earlier side of the 13 through 16 range because it doesn't have the 1915 patent date. It goes to 1910, which is when they, changed the design a little bit. But this is a neat fan. Not a. I have nothing else like this in my collection, and it's a pretty scarce example of one of America's early oscillators. Thanks for watching. Very neat 1913 Eck Sidegear oscillator.